Sage Wonder coming at you from my van down by the river. I hadn't got to say that in a while. So, yeah, I wanted to talk more about the QAnon phenomenon. And one of the things that is interesting to me about this is that how every person who interprets the information, the questions that are asked on the QAnon 4chan posts, they all have their different spin on what each thing means. Like the white snow comment. Some people think it has to do with Snowden. Some people think it has to do with the seven dwarves or code names for certain different government organizations or entities. And I find that it's really interesting, the Godfather angle. You know, some are saying that the Godfather comment is about how Corleone wanted to get out of the mafia or whatever and get free of it, and so that was, you know, Mueller's reasoning for why he wants to flip. And you know, some people are saying this is Pedigate. Other people are saying this is bribery and Saudi Arabian connections, and it's got me thinking that really the only reason any of us believe that all of these sealed indictments that are being delivered to the Washington, D.C. and Virginia courts have anything to do with the left, that the only reason that we think that Mueller might have been turned, and we have no reason to believe that, except it's implied in the QAnon posts. So let me offer you my own little conspiracy theory. What if the QAnon poster is just a deep state shill? And his entire purpose for posting all of this cryptic messages and things is simply to divert your attention away from what's really going on. And I'm afraid what's really going on is just in line with everything that I have been talking about on this channel for 3 months now. The Civil War and the overthrow of our government. And that really what Mueller is doing is what we were all suspecting Mueller was doing all the time, which is trying to railroad Donald Trump's entire administration and shut down his agenda and potentially pull him from the presidency through impeachment or some other method. And that the QAnon guy, his only reason for existing and the whole purpose for this is to distract you, is to give you hope that somehow all of these indictments aren't against Donald Trump's presidency and Donald Trump's campaign and Donald Trump's family. And that this is somehow going to, you know, this is an easy, cheap way to go on and create some intrigue and some mystery and draw you in, so you're busy with all of this hope that the deep state is going to be drained and the swamp's going to be drained, and when in reality, what's really going on is the thing we always suspected was going on. You know, this is a left-wing, democratically and rhino-backed, you know, confiscation of government, you know, a total attempt at a coup. I mean, if there is 300 or 400 sealed indictments, that's all of the Republican government that's not on the payroll. Yeah. But then, you know, you've got some stuff that may be backing up this QAnon thing. I saw some information online today that seems to suggest that there are police currently stationed outside Tony Podesta's home, and they got it all taped up with crime scene, and he's under house arrest there or something. Something seems to have happened at Tony Podesta's home. So maybe QAnon's right. One thing about this channel, I don't try to draw too many conclusions. I just offer you the information. But it seems to me that there's an awful lot of hope and an awful lot of confidence for Donald Trump and positive, you know, thought about our position because of one anonymous poster on 4chan. And how maybe all of these resources would have been better spent trying to put a stop to this Mueller investigation. You know, now we're not trying to stop him because we think he might be on our side. When before we were yelling, fire him, get rid of him, stop Mueller. He's compromised. You see how you might be being played by this anonymous poster. But then again, it might be Donald Trump trying to give us all hope, telling us all the stuff he's doing, how he's going to drain the swamp. I don't know. It remains to be seen. But I thought I would offer an alternative view, since I don't think anybody on the internet's talking about what if Mueller's trying to take down the Republican and Donald Trump's White House, his agenda, his cabinet, his family. I've been talking about how they're going to be making their move against the American people and trying to bring in a communist socialist form of government. And maybe QAnon is disinformation. But we'll see. It sure is interesting either way. All right. God save the Republic.